Yeah.
The last page in the Tikkun, it says Adra Rabba. What's with the word Adra
Oh,
Rabba?
oh,
It's also there.
yeah.
It's a very hard. You're so tired then by then. It's very Then come all the Tarek mitzvahs.
לא, הרב דיבר על העמוד האחרון.
The Tarek mitzvahs are.
Spoke about it with Fabrengen.
כן,
And
אתמול, בדיוק על העמוד האחרון.
there is, the Din of Tikkun Leil Shavuos is really something that's started the Chabrai around Arizal. And originally was like, for the big Mekubolim, the big people. And there's a story that's brought into all the Tikkun Leil Shavuos, many of them bring in the beginning, a story that's brought in the Shalah from Reb Shlomo Alkabetz about Ruach HaKodesh that came into the Beis HaMedrash, and that Beis Yosef started to speak, and the Shechina was talking in his mouth, and the kid said it was a crazy evening, and when their friends, when they went to the mikveh in the morning and they saw their friends, they said, "You guys missed it. You missed it. You missed the show of the lifetime." And their friends were upset for the rest of their life. This inyan of Tikkun Al Shavuos is it's an inyan of Tikkun. The word Tikkun means to be metaken, and it's to make a Tikkun in all the olamus. And the Shalom, the Seder Hayoim, made it very popular that for all the Yidden to be up. The emes is, it's like people say, "Oh, yeah, yeah." The emes is, it seems that the part of the original minig was to say Tikkun Al Shavuos. But anyway, those that say Tikkun Al Shavuos say shtickle from, it's the getting ready the kala for the chasna, chavdala tikkun et kala shtickle of every piece of every parsha from Torah, Nevi'im, Ksuvim, shtickle from every Mishnah, and then the Taryag mitzvahs. And there's a piece of it, say if Yitzira, you say. And there's also a few pieces of the Zohar. At the end of the end, there's one piece of the Zohar from the Adre Rabbah. What's the Adre Rabbah? So I'm preparing the shear. So I have a set of uh, Zohar in Lashon Kodesh, Meturgim. Usually, when I prepare shear, I take it. I take this in Parshas Naso, this week's Parsha. There's the Adre Rabbah Kadisha. I open it up, and to my disappointment, it says that this Kabbalah Be'edenu from the Ben Ishrai, not to translate the Adre Rabbah Kadisha. You're not supposed to translate
You
it.
know that's translated?
Huh?
And it's translated?
No, no, it's not translated.
Oh.
In other words, if you could decide for the words, it's for you. In Mechanic Fataichen the Werte, if you're buying, there was a person here once, years ago, never.
What is it,
It's a,
Lashon Aramic?
it's a Lashon Haram. It's not very hard. It's not very hard to understand. Registered over there in the Adre Rabbah, he reveals a lot of secrets about the Keser and the Maratik and the Arich and Gugalta, which Agavo has a little bit to do with the Suez Koresh Gulgaloisa, Glif Glifu. There's a lot of secrets that come out in the Adra Rabbah. Adra means the place where they sit. In the beginning of the Adar Rabbah, it says that Reb Shimon told his Talmidim to come out, and they picked the place in the middle of the forest where they sat down, and that was the Idra, the place where they prepared and that's where Reb Shimon was megala to them an incredible amount of Soda Torah. It's in the Zohar. It's about 10 dapim, and it's in Parshas Naso. It's called the Adar Rabbah Kadisha.
It's about one page in
the what we say, right? If the last thing, the mamash, the last thing in it's one page. It's the beginning. How he told it to me to come out field. Hashem Shemata Shir Anam Chavusa Talt Milson through Psukim, which I mentioned yesterday in the Fabrengen. Okay, I'm giving the shear. There's so much. Today's Chisar Chag, it should be a Kenos Torah, but there's so much to do on Pashas Nasa. A point this week, someone asked me, Rabbi, I want to learn some Zohar. Zohar. So couldn't be a better time to learn Zohar HaKodesh. And the Chlal this year, we've done a lot of pieces in the Zohar and Lakutei Levi Yitzchak. Well, couldn't be a better time to do it than at the days of the 7 days of Befrat Nitzvah Chag of Shavuos. Okay, let's read inside. We'll go through quickly, and then we'll do a little piece from the Lakutei Levi Yitzchak. The Rebbe spoke about this piece Kimat every year. Kimat every year at the Shavuos Farbrengen. I'll give you a list over here. Not that I know, remember.
Much Shavuos or
And yeah, for the Shavuos Farbrengen. Or Parshas Naso. The Rebbe spoke about it. Lamed Aleph.
His father is Russian.
Yeah, a little piece. But the Rebbe spoke also about the Chos. Lamed Aleph, Lamed Beis, Lamed Zayim, Mem Beis, Mem Dalad, Mem Hey, Mem Vav, Mem Ches, and Lamed Hey.
every time something different?
A little slightly different, yeah. We're going to focus today on a little bit in Lamed Aleph and a little bit in Lamed Hey. Okay, so let's read a little bit. If you look in the Zohar itself, it is Amar Avram Hamagia. It's interesting. It's in the original Zohar. It's printed in the Zohar. Amar Avram Hamagia lahosem yichshol mederech ma'ayim ashalo yifi aleim or adayin or bekabbalah. Hashamei yishma v'amevin yovin. Yikol milas hashehevi eliki. Reb Shimon bar Yochai b'zeh sefer hakodesh gam mitzvah de golgalte. Sare dereisha chalala demoicha chut medatik. Are you with me still? The forehead of the skull to hear. Huh?
We use it in clinic.
Versteh, but he's saying to someone who never heard this,
Somebody who never
the different compartments in the brain, the big fat nose of Atika Kadisha, the udnin, the ears, the yodin, the hands, the raglin, the feet, v'zolosim akelim agashmim v'torim akelim shator, behem Hashem yizborech befrat beidre Kadisha Rabba, which we're doing now, the Idre Kadisha Rabba, beidre Kadisha Zuta, which is other places in Zohar, ki beila shnei mekemes Rabba toirim alol. Elohim amoyrim midas sfiris v'nyanim pnimim sichlim. Be'emes, the kavon is inyanim pnimim sichlim. V'chol ha'evorim shebonu ha'chachamim alolu heim ledimyoin. V'simonim ledav estumim v'nailim. Nachas v'sholem loy losum davar gashmi v'choimri cholila v'chas. When you're reading in the Zohar HaKodesh, that there is a skull and there's a forehead and there's ears and there's compartments and there's a nose and there's ears and there's hands and there's feet. The stachnish chas v'sholem adavagashmi kein dimyan bein noi is baruch v'nenu b'shum tzad b'atzdodim. The kolshkemet had the etz and batavness of a human being to compare that to the Eibishter. So Elamai, everything over here has a kavona, and it's a inyan pnimi sichli. Hashem yetzleinu meshgius amen ken yiratz. Okay. Ad Rabbe Kadisha. That from this piece is where it says that the Ben Ish Chai said not to translate. Tanya Reb Shimon Chavraya. Reb Shimon bar Yochai said to the Chavraya, "Ad emas noisiv b'kaima dechat samach." How long will we sit only on one pole? On one pole. So the Rebbe explains. Most of the bigurim I'll be telling you is based on the Rebbe, but some on the Meforshim, the Sulam, the Rachama, the So, Mechat Samcha means we're sitting on one pole. That means that Torah that he was telling until then was either from Olam HaToyu or Akaponim was an Indian of the Sfiris, was only like one kav at a time. Now we're going to talk about three kavim together. See if it says Eis Las Hashem Aferet Teresecha. Yomim Zidin. There's very few days, because we have
small day,
probably you could say that. I think Bachlolas that a human being has only a lumbered amount of days to live. Yeah. So if I'm not going to teach you the secrets today, who knows what's going to be tomorrow? Oh, and the Yetzirah, which is Mordechai, he's pushing the Yidden, and he's making it difficult for Yidden. He's giving them big nisyonis. Cruise koi kori kol yoim, and there's a cruise alien that comes out to Memory the Eden every day to avoid the Hashem. Umechadz de chakla inu, and the people that are cutting the fruits in the field. That means the chakal tapuchin kadishim v'chulu in the place of where there is that they're growing the toides of Pnimis HaTorah, and they are harvesting these toides. Very few are doing it.
Small people. Okay.
Nah, zira means they're few.
Few, okay.
They could also mean few. Like v'inem bishule karma, and they are at the edge of the kerem. And in other words, they're not sitting in the middle of the kerem taking the good grapes yet. Lo yashgechin v'lo yadin la'on asar oslon kadaya kama dayos. They vesenish. They're not mashgiach. They're not paying attention that there is a place where the fruits are very, very good.
Like the bottom of the grapes.
So they have to go start collecting the good grapes.
We're talking about
Divrei Torah. He's talking about the juicy Divrei
Where
Torah.
you find a good wine.
Where you find a good mine. Skancho chavrai lebeidra. He said that the chaverim, as we know, we spoke about it a few weeks ago, that the Reb Shimon Bar Yochai would call his talmidim the chavraya kadisha, and that's why the Baal Shem Tov called his talmidim the chavraya. The Maggid called his talmidim the chavraya. It's taken from the Zoya. So he said the chavraya should come lebeidra, the place that they're going to designate to learn together. Maluboshin, Sharian, Saife, Rumche, Biadai. They should be all ready for war. They should have a shirioin, and they should have a saifi, they should have a roima. Kamuven means a ruchnis dike shirion, a ruchnis dike sword, a ruchnis dike roima.
To fight the Yitzhahara.
Like the Yitzhahara bidiyuk. Is there a bit Tikkunen be Eita, a chachmas ube seich lanusanu, that they should do it with chacham bin v'das. Bechezu biyodim beraglam. They should do it with yeah. Amlicho aleichem, that they should be basically that they should bring all the koiches, all the esa koiches and nefesh should bring with them. Amlicho aleichem laman the b'rishus achayim moisa. Take upon yourself the kingship of the Eibishter, which the Eibishter in his hands is life and death. Lemigzer milen the kshoit. The Eibishter gives out the emes. Milen kadishin elyon and tzaiselu. They should come to hear the holy words. V'chadon lemishmalahu, and you should be freilach b'simcha to hear the secrets of Torah lemindalahu and to know it. Yoshtiv Reb Shimon ubocha. Reb Shimon sat down. He started to cry. Omar vai igalina vai loy galina. Woe to me if I will reveal the secrets. Woe to me if I won't reveal the secrets. Chavraya dahavetamon ishtiku. The Chavraya were quiet. Come Reb Abba. Omar lei. Reb Abba said, "Yinechik made the mara lagala." If you want to be Megala, you should know Oksiv Soid Hashem al Yereyev, that the Soid could be revealed to Yereyev. And the V'hochavraya ilan dachlan the Kutchabrichu Inyan. We have Yiras Shemayim. Ukvarola beidra de me mashkoina. And we already went into a previous idra, min and olu, min hoy nofku, and some of us went in and some of us went out. Whole discussion what's up shot. Some of us went in, some because maybe some went in and never even went out. They had the kaloisa nefesh. Tono Ismanu Chavrai Kamed Reb Shimon. They got together. And Vishtakhu Reb Elazar Berev, Reb Abba, Reb Yehuda, Reb Yosef, Reb Yaakov, Reb Yitzchak, Reb Chizki, Reb Reb Chia, Reb Yosef, Reb Yesa. Yadin Yahav Reb Shimon. They gave their yeah. Ve'etzbon zakful eila.
The finger wasn't to the.
Ve'olu bechakla beinei iloni. Ve'yosef Cham Reb Shimon. Betzali tzloisa. Yosef begavei. V'amakol chad shavi yoda betukvei. Shavi yudaichu. Everyone should put their hands in their chik, and they did it. Which Forshim say means that they put their right hand, the left hand, like in their chik. It's in achtos. It's all this is all to bring down begashmi. Is of putting together the yamin and the smoil, and then giving the hand to the Shimon as Maram is the of giving the yamin and smoil back to the Shimon, which is the of das, which is the bringing everything together, b'shleimus, b'sholem, v'nosav loin, and he took their hands, pasuk v'omar, orish ashiatz pesam atzech maseh dechosh masos. The pasuk says that the cursed is the person that does something basose. Probably what it means over here is that the cursed is the one that will reveal the Sisei Torah to those that shouldn't be hearing it.
Yeah.
The Talmidim all said Amen, the Makabel, that they're going to keep the secret and not give me Megala to someone that doesn't deserve it. Pasuk Shimon v'Omar, Eis Las Hashem, Eis Las Hashem, the Feiret Teresech, my Feiret Teresech, Torah de Leil. It's Eis Las Hashem. Feiret Teresech means that you have to. Pashim Shat is that Chazal, when they saw that there is special time, so they came out with special measures. That Reb Shimon said, "Efeiret Teresech is Torah de Leila." That the Yidden are not learning the Torah the way it's Leila. They're only learning the Torah the way it's Lesata. The im is batole Eloi is avid b'tikuni do. That's a terrible thing if they're not going to make the tikkunim. Especially when it comes to make the tikkun of Atik Yomim, like you didn't have to make the tikkun.
Atik Yomim is
the hefts the darge in Kesek, right? Eksiv Ashrech Yisrael mekamoich eksiv mekamoich Havel Hashem. Korel leReblaze Brei kam ois vekamei ulerbabe mesitra achra. I didn't see Meforshim so much discussing.
to sit next to
Yeah, and Rebbe on the other side. It's mashma that the other ones left. I'm not so clear, but as always,
couldn't stay anymore.
right, right. V'omar, he said, Anan klola dechoila. We are the call of everything. The Rebbe explains, because Api Kabbalah, Rebbe Lezer is the union of Chochm. Rebbe Abba is the union of Bina. And the Rebbe Shimon is the union of Das. And that's a pshat, we're Klola de Koila, because we have, even though there were many other Amoyroim there, Tanoim, I'm sorry, like about 10 of them. But Hayois, we have one tzaddik that represents Bikadin of Chokmah, and one tzaddik represents Din of Bina, and a third tzaddik represents Das, which I'm Das. Das Hashem Klola de Koila, so we can get the engines rolling. He wanted to start teaching them the secrets of the Olam HaTikkun, and not only Olam HaTikkun, but he wanted to go up to the Yin of Kesed, and to Metzach, and to Galgalta, and to Atik, and to Arich, and so they're
with you guys have to do it.
Together, because we're follow the Koila. Ad hashta stakona kayame. We were like we were only in one place. Okay. Ishtik, they were quiet. And then all of a sudden, Shami Kola, they heard a voice from heaven. And they started to tremble.
The knee was
knocking against each other. Exactly. My kola, what was the call that they heard? Kola the chnufi lo the miskamfi. They heard the malachim elyonim getting together. Chadi Reb Shimon. Reb Shimon became very happy. This is all that we read. This is the very last, like I said yesterday about the Fabrengen.
Yeah.
This is the very, very, very last nekuda. Akaponim Chabad. Others say over there's the Yerotzens, but apparently that's not the Chabad meaning to say the Yerotzens. I like the Yerotzens, very geschmack.
It's interesting that it's written in the Tehillas Hashem.
It's Yerotzens.
I know, my son-in-law tells me that it's not meaning Chabad to say.
Yeah, it's written in the Tehillas Hashem Machzor, but it says on the bottom, Menagenu, not to say that.
I know, but it's very geschmack to say. Okay, but anyway, this is the last piece that it's Arminic to say. Father Reb Shimon said, Hashem Shemati Yerach.
We don't finish.
Huh?
Why else we don't finish?
No, I like the Chabad. Usually the Yerotzens are skipped out.
Yeah,
but whatever.
we don't finish.
So Yotzim in a call, but Tehillim we say Shabbos and Baruch HaMashtik like Yerotzen.
Right.
Father Reb Shimon Reb Shimon said, with Grois Simch, Hashem Shemati Shemach Yoreisi. The Haftorah in Shavuos, second day, is Chavakuk. And he said, Hashem Shemati Shemach Yoreisi. I heard the voice of the Eibishter, and I was filled with Yira. Over there was proper to be filled with Yiris Hashem. However, Anam b'chavivus atalya milza. By us, it's all totally in the union of Chavivus and the union of Ava. Iksiv brings that eye from three psukim. Va'afta Hashem alakecha, Iksiv me'avas Hashem eschem. To the Yidden Iksiv it says Va'afti eschem amar Hashem. There's several shilas, poshta shilas, before we get to the Lekutei Levi Yitzchak, Rebbe's father. L'chayre, Avdava poshet b'yosa. Like the Alter Rebbe brings in Tanya, Yid is the Yisod, all mitzvahs loita say. How could Reb Shimon say that for them Yid is a git zach? But you make chopped liver out of Yid Shemayim. How do you make chopped liver out of Yid Shemayim? Taka, we spoke yesterday. Fabring and the Mile of the Bashem Tev and the Ava and Avos Hashem and Avos HaTorah and Avos Yisrael, the three Avos and the Mile of the Bashem Tev. But look, Poil, that's a Shaila. And then there's the Shaila and the Psukim. Why did he have to pick these three Psukim? And the Rebbe's father is going to have a Pshat, two Pshatim. And the Rebbe wants to explain his father's Pshat. And to sharpen the Shaila, Kamuvim V'gam Poshim, and the Zohar brings three Psukim. It's not Stam, pick three Psukim. But typical for the Rebbe is to point out that there's another Zohar that says Kezabazach, brings two out of the three Psukim, and in the Moshe Kapoyer, in the other Seder. This is a typical shaila that everyone would ask, because usually people
People don't even know the
they don't notice, whatever. Give it a Shemechai. He didn't remember what he said in Naso, what he said in Parshat Achilles. Chas v'shalom, chas v'shalom. Awful Pumaya. I like to always say this, like I say it with Rashi when they have nitpicks, like to bring out how ridiculous it's to say such a thing. Chas v'shalom. To move and not. But it's a shaila. How come that the other Zohar brings the same inyan, and the two psukim is Moshe Kapoyer, the other way around? As you see in the Zohar, Parshas Achremois, Aldoku Trebrichu Rechimu Delay is the Apkabu, the Eibush Ave, and he's dovek to the Yidna. Though the Ksiv Va'afti Eschem Amar Hashem Ksiv Kim Avos Hashem Eschem. So here, first of all, he skips the pasuk of Va'afti Hashem Alakecha. Also talks about the idea of the Ave between Yidna and the Eibush. That one says the first shaila, you can see right away what the Rebbe is going to answer. Because over here in the Zohar, in Nachrama, he's talking about the Eibushter's Ava. So does a passage to bring in the pasuk of Avtas Hashem Alakech, and that's taka what the Rebbe is going to answer. So the Rebbe is going to answer with a little more lomdus. But the other kasha is taka shver. Why is it over there in the Zohar that we're learning in the Adra makes more sense? First, you bring the pasuk from Parshas Dvorim, Ma'avas Hashem Eschem, and then you bring from Malachi. Schag Yischai Malachi was one of the last psukim in the Torah. So why is it in Parshas Achrei Mois in the Zohar? It's the other way around. Let's finish reading that piece in the Zohar. V'chemusa yate derochem lo yov lo yom achad b'shayte lo dache lo Lazak lam kol chavein d'ksiv ki be'em azeh chat melechem begin the zakayim ba'al medain ba'al medos. Maybe she loves Eden, therefore gives them one day to clean up, to be able to do tshuva v'lashkach b'chev v'aldo b'yom edois atan Yisrael v'shaltin akula gardinin v'alkulon tehirin. Okay. Zok the Rebbe's Tata. Zok the Levi Yitzchak. Hevigim psukim. Why? Why dafka three psukim? Kamayla sham bechavulus Italia miltzu shuchasodim achsodim hamagulim dafka. That is the inya the mile of chasodim hamagulim. Sheim yesh la mile al gevurus. Masheenkein achsodim hamachusim. Hine agvurus hamagulim yoyse b'mayla. Kamashkotz it says in Mishlei. Toiva techolch hamagulim avim esoteris. I'm sorry, I cut and paste from the computer and I didn't have it in, and I was lazy to fix all the typos.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah.
I remember the pasuk.
The Ein Beitz Chaim, yeah, Ein Beitz Chaim, Chasadim Megulim and Gimel. There's three levels of Chasadim Megulim. Tiferes Netzach and Hoyd. Tiferes the Beis Shlishi. Tiferes Megulim Zel. V'Hafta Es Hashem. V'Hafta Beis Palmim Oyer. Hu acheser shebeis shlishi tiferes koshur bescham sharlei v'rofel, and then ein gamkem sharlet samoich ein shon. Beis second is psukim ma'avas Hashem es v'ma'avti eschem geneget chazde v'netzch v'oid. So there is the every all the spheres are like in kedusha are like in intertwined, right? Esa kolol meser. So there's the chesed, the way it's in tiferes and netzach and in hoitz, and these are the three psukim we're talking about. Beis avas ha'ololu. Mashkadosh Baruch Hu is likes the Bnei Yisrael. Yisrael Him netzach v'hoid, and Yisrael, there's Bnei Yisrael and Yisrael. Yisrael is the Indian of Tiferes, Ubono of Heim netzach v'hoid. Aved Shemokach Aved Yisrael, Hashem, the Tiferes shel Legnegde Utziv Kesem Malchus, because it's in the center. Okay, that's one thing. Gam Yesh Loimar, Mashamar Ajubi, Anam Chavbusa, Hanan Koyal Shloshta, the Heimder B'Shem B'Laz V'Reba B'Shem Az HaMekoydem, Hanan Koyal the Koyla. Ken Hevi Gimel Psukim, Leg Shloshta, Aposuk V'Afta, Leneg Doi, V'Veis Psukim, Leneg B'Laz V'Reba. That he said that in the Adra was sitting at the end only three,
Right.
and the three Psukim connected the three tzaddikim that was sitting there.
Okay.
After the first pasuk is connected to Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, and the another two
This
psukim is
answer
why he brought Dafka three psukim.
Oh, why that on this?
Dafka three psukim. The Rebbe will masber Dafka why these three psukim Dafka.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Carl the Rebbe points out the the three crowns has a lot to do with Mount Torah. The the Yidden got three crowns. V'chulu. Okay. You know what? Let me go straight to the final biur. Okay.
Did anybody understood it in the Fabregim and the Rebbe stuff?
I don't know. It's very hard. If you don't look inside the Zohar, it's so hard to know what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Let me start with the beard over here. What's the pshat? For them, Yid is good. Ba'anam b'chavivusa talya milsa. Taka, yesterday I told stories from the Baal Shem Tov. Still don't have a beard on the story of the Baal Shem Tov with the... you weren't here. The Rambam we had first day of Shavuos, it says a person says to his wife, a neder, that his wife is like his mother, the neder is not chal. Why? Because you can only make a neder something that you could accomplish. You could say this piece of meat is like the meat of a korban, because you could make a korban. But you can't say this piece of meat is like a piece of chaza. You can't make chaza. Chaza is a chaza. You can't say my wife is also to me like my mother. You can't make your mother. Your mother's your mother, whether you like it or not. Some people don't understand it. So
You can't choose a mother.
So that's the Rambam. That was the first day of Shavuos, and I was telling a story. There's a story in the Shivcha Baal Shem Tov that the Baal Shem Tov used to go from place to place in Makarev Yid, and he came to a place and it was very Makarev a person, and the Rav came and said, "Why are you Makarev him? He's a big Balaved, he's a big Noyef." So the Baal Shem Tov said to the Rav, "You're also." So the Rav was like, "Whoa, what do you see in me? Where do you see an Aveda of Niyu for me?" So he said, "You were gozer on yourself prisha, klap your wife, and then you didn't keep it." And then he said, "I had a dream, and the Rambam, I had a dream, and the Rambam told me that this is like a person that says to his wife that is like his mother."
Oh,
And if
that's the halacha.
and if you and then he said, "Bring a Rambam," and they looked in the Rambam and they saw the Baal Shem Tov is right. So ich verstehe nicht the meis. L'choire doesn't make sense. Okay, the Rambam said that a person makes a neder that his wife is like his father, the neder is not chal. I still don't know the answer. I'm just whatever. It's the Rambam.
You don't ask question on the story.
No. The Rebbe had a mahala, but sometimes you have to be ma'ayin. That maybe there's a little prat in the story or something that can't be chas v'sholem to say that the Rambam that
Why bring that with this document?
yeah, whatever. There could be one of many pshatim. Akaponim, the Rebbe's big koch was that from the Zman Baal Shem Tov and the Magid, the Ikir Avodas Hashem is through Ava. Now, based on the beer the Rebbe is just going to give you, you'll understand very good why. The Rebbe asks, how could the Reb Shimon Bar Yochai say, for them, Yid is a zach. For us, it's all about Ava. Who's them? Who is them? What do you mean? The Shadish of all mitzvahs loita says Yid is Hashem. So what is Reb Shimon Bar Yochai saying? So the Rebbe says you could answer the pashtus in the Zohar that because who are we talking about? We're talking about Rebbe Lezer, Rebbe Ava, and Reb Shimon.
His son.
right? And they weren't scared of the Sitra Achra. Like it said, they already came. They came with the Shirya. They Zem Shemshmeira got from the Sitra Achra. They were not scared of the Sot. They were not scared of the Yetzirah. So they didn't need so much Inyan of Yira. So therefore, for they, the Ikir was the Inyan of Ava. And he brings 3 psukim. And then the Rebbe says, and it goes very well, it says, Hashem Shemata Shemacha Yoresi. Siddha says in the Maimon we're learning now, that Yira, Shmiya, poilt Yira. Riya, poilt Av. Are you going to ask, what do you mean? A person's standing in front of a lion, he's scared, right?
Yeah, but we need noises. They used to be the Loshen the Gemara.
First of all, fear, the worst thing, there are people that never deal with anxiety or fear. One of the greatest tools that is, it's like, it's like, so big deal. So face your worst fear. Say, like the anticipation of fear is sometimes worse than fear itself, and then like, I don't know, in camp, I don't remember the whole marshal and the nimshal. It was the bloody finger. I just remember all the pratim. Bloody finger. That was, like the scare of something is. Anyway, bottom line is, Siddha says that Shmiya poiled Hir. The when you hear about a big tzaddik, wow. But when you come close to the tzaddik, yeah. So anyway, Shmiya poiled Hir. So Hashem Shemata. That's what the Rebbe says. It says in Masach Seferim, Ponim shel Eima lemikra, Ponim shechkes legemara. Because you don't have to understand Torah Shabbat in order to make Bertza Torah. So that's Yira. B'shenkin Gemara, B'daf Hashtein. So that's Bekiruv. So therefore it's Ponim Sheichkes. So Hashem Shamati Shim'acho Yoresi. When it's Shamati, when the relationship is Shmi is Yoresi. But when I Yid Zoycha to be B'dagis of Shem B'yachai, which says later, Anochomi Hashta Madelochomi Barnash, he said to his Talmidim, I could see now what no one could see. What do you think he saw? Emes Hashem lo'olam, Einoid Movadi. So when a Yid is Zoiche to see the Eibishter, when it's so when it's like the Malochim, the Chavakuk was talking about, or a Yid that Avodah Hashem is still far away, is Hashem Shemati Shemach, is right. It says only Shmiya. It's a poiled Yira. But when a Yid comes close to the Eibishter, like Reb Shimon Mechai, and I chomi hashta padelachomi barnash, those poiled av. So therefore, the Pashto Pshat, you could say, he didn't say that Yid is chopped liver. He just said Anan, which we are sitting in the Idre Kadisha Rabba. So for us, b'chavivus talmid. So the Rebbe says, but the emes is the Reb Shimon Mechai said Mechatztav and the Erpa, that I'm going to make a refuah for the division that there is between Nigla and Nister. I'm going to make that every each to be able to understand Nister, the Torah, B'frat Arizal came, the Bashem, the Mag, the Alter Rebbe, and they. So therefore, right now, this is shaykh to every yid. If I should paraphrase what the Rebbe is saying, is Azai.
His megality is to
every yid. How? I would say the pshat is like this. There are a few tzaddikim that are sitting by the Idre Rabbah. So if you hold on to those tzaddikim, so you could also take the express train.
That's why the story is like
flying on the carpet with the Baba Sali.
Put the hand on each other and you fly with me.
So in the Zoyar, it's talking about the tzaddikim that are zoiche to sit by the Adre Rabbe Kadisha. But we're holding hands with these tzaddikim that are sitting by Adre Rabbe Kadisha, and therefore, just like they have the schus that focus not so much on Yida, but on Abba, the frat to us that we know that the Rebbe's big thing was, in order to be Mekarev Yidin, Mekarev and La Torah should not so much emphasize the union of Yida. Agam L'Choira, Yida is the lower gate, that we should emphasize Ava. Tzad you could say it's a chesaron of this generation. If you talk to people about Yira and about punishments and about V'chulu, Yiras Oynish, Yiras Achet, even the higher lag is the Yira that doesn't connect to people. But Mashenka, when you talk to people about Ava, Avos Hashem, the Eibishter's love to us, our love to the Eibishter, so it has a stronger Pa'ula. So l'chayra, you would say everyone could do it. So why do we see that not everyone's doing it? You have to hold on to the hand of a tzaddik that's sitting at the Adra
When he
Rabba Kaddish. And if you're holding on to one of those tzaddikim, then we could also do this thing that our avodah should be anam b'chavivusa talya milza. Okay, I think this is a geschmack.
Tanya, the last couple days in Tanya, it's all about Av. A couple pages.
So Taka, based on the Zoyar, Rabbi Sein were madgish that the anam b'chavivusa talya milza. The Rebbe now answers what's the three psukim. He said, even though my father said it's the three psukim is it's connected three levels. Chesed, the chesed of Tiferes Netzavoid, Yisrael, Bnei Yisrael, Bnei is Loshanabim, there's Yisrael is Tiferes, Kayedu and Kabbalah, and Bnei of Tiferes is Netzavoid, and then there's three tzaddikim sitting there, three psukim. The Rebbe says, I want to explain more pshat in the Zohar. The Rebbe says like this, Poshet. This whole thing is a shaykhs to Matan Torah. That's why the Idrik Hadisha is in Parshas Naso, which is always read next to Matan Torah. And Minig Yisrael Torah, from the Arizal to read this shtickl Zoya at the end of the Tikkun. Obviously, this whole thing is a shaykhs to Matan Torah, and the whole Hemshach later was talking. He revealed the idea of Keser. He revealed the idea of the Eibishter's Keser, which Keser is the Inyan of Matan Torah. Noich Hashem Lakech is the Inyan of Keser. That's why it's not even a kedusha; it's higher even than Yud Kei Vovke. Okay.
Also,
So
said that Moshe Rabbeinu is Chochmah, David HaMelech is Malchus, Baal Shem Tov is Keser. Keser Oil Al-Gabi Kula.
yeah. We're talking about that yesterday, but
Wasn't that?
now this beard is a different thing a little bit. Azoy, the when a yid steht in Torah is bedages tzaddik. Achremois Kedoshim is talking about Yom Kippur, which a yid is about tshuva. When a yid is bedages about tshuva, you can't expect he should have avas Hashem so much because he helped machnish by that. But by yid by Matan Torah, you expect every yid that the first thing should be the first pasuk is v'haftas Hashem alakecha. The yid has to start with avodah of a yid. The yid has to have v'haftas Hashem alakecha, and then there is what comes from the Eibishter, and that's in Melmayla Lamata. And Melmayla Lamata means you go with the normal order, whatever is in Torah Shem Biksav, and then what's in the Nevi'im. That's why first he brings the pasuk of one pasuk which is from Chumash, and another pasuk which is one of the last Nevi'im. Because you go Kesidra. Mashenken avoid the Sabal Tshuva is Memata Lamayla. So first of all, you can't expect from him so much. Then V'haftas Hashem Alakecha. And no Elamai, the Eibush is giving it to Baal Tshuva. And the Eibush is giving it in wife of Memata Lamayla, because in general, the avodah Baal Tshuva is Memata Lamayla. So first we say a pasuk of Malachi, and then we say a pasuk of Dvorim. And also, if you look in the pasuk Gufa, what says in the pasuk is that in the pasuk that's in Torah is really a higher darga. In Ma'avas Hashem Eisono, it's on Mitzrayim. It's a Mashenk in the Posik in Malachi. It says the Eibush says Hafti Eschem, and he didn't say Bama Haftonu. So we're talking about a lower dag and Avad. He didn't asking Bama Haftonu. So therefore, when we're talking the Idre Rabbe Kadisha, which is Shaykh when you know Badag is Tzadikim, so we expect all three Avas, and we expect that the Yid should first have, and then the Eibush gives, and his boy from Malmayl Lamach. Shenk and Achnemois. Yom Kippur, so it's the other way around. And just one more nakuda, the Rebbe says that the Tzemach Tzedek brings in the pasuk after Eschal Hashem that the Medrash says Akol Peshoim Techas Ava, just like a person loves himself, and therefore he forgives himself for any things. This guy, woo,
Except he loves himself.
that guy. For myself, I give a chesroinus. I made a mistake.
Not me.
Take it easy.
Not me.
No, even if a kopshon tchas ava because it's gefährlich. So the Eibishter is ava to Yidden is so strong that a kopshon tchas ava, and that ava is meored Yidden to do tshuva. That ava is meored Yidden to do tshuva. Why don't we see that? So that's why when we're talking Yom Kippur, we start after with that pasuk. Because we're after Eschal Hashem, even though it's a lower ava, but it's the type of ava which are called p'shaim nechasat ava, and that wipes away the avodas yidin, and that's ma'ored yidin to the tshuva. Therefore, we bring first that apostle. That's why it's b'diuk otzum, everything here in the Zohar.
Also, we say on the Shavuos, Kufa Alam Begis. So this says,
That's how it's tzaddikim
he
back.
overpull Ava.
Not this ava,
Not
yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to kill you if you're not. No.
It's ava, emes. Okay, David shall helfen that it's 7 days. We haven't even made a shlum for Chag Shavuos. So Atazoi, we should experience ava and ambech kavivusa talya milza, like Shmulik mentioned, and we spoke about yesterday in Fabrengen, that the big chiddush of the Baal Shem Tov and the Magid and the tzaddikim, all the Talmidei Baal Shem Tov and the Magid, and the avodas hachasidus is to emphasize to every yid that the Eibishter loves him and that he loves the Eibishter. And that really comes to this Maimer Azoya, which we finish off the final shtickle in the Tikkun Leil Shavuos. That's the last piece we say. The last piece we say is that Anam bechavivusa talya milsa. So they shall helfen that we should taken these meit tashlumim. We should experience chavivusa talya milsa.
Somebody's giving stickers. I love you, Hashem. I love you,
Yeah,
Hashem.
yeah.
Stick it over there.
This is from the Haftorah we just read.
This is the Haftorah we just read, right?
That's the Piston.
It's right. The Shavuos, right? The Shavuos, very good, exactly.
We read it.
Right.
And
Right, the second day.
I read you see Piston.
I.
This Chabad